Football has a way of finding raw, hungry talent in the most unassuming places. Diogo Jota's story is a classic example of this. Born Diogo José Teixeira da Silva in Massarelos, a part of Porto, he wasn't a wonder kid from a famous academy. He didn't have the hype that surrounds many young players today. Instead, his journey was built on pure hard work and a relentless desire to prove himself at every single level. He started his youth career not with the giants of Portuguese football, but with the smaller Gondomar SC. It was here, away from the intense spotlight, that he learned the fundamentals of the game, honing the skills that would one day terrorize Premier League defenses. His early years were about graft, not glamour. At Gondomar, Jota began to show glimpses of the player we see today. He was tenacious, quick-thinking, and had a natural instinct for finding the back of the net. Coaches noticed his intelligence and his ability to pop up in the right place at the right time. This wasn't just luck, it was a sign of a clever footballer who understood space and movement. He wasn't the biggest or the fastest player on the pitch, but his football brain was already working on a different level. He absorbed everything, constantly learning and improving his game. This foundation, built on determination rather than just natural flair, is what makes his story so compelling for any aspiring young player watching from the sidelines. His performances couldn't be ignored for long, and he soon earned a move to Pacos de Ferreira. This was his first real step into professional senior football, and he grabbed the opportunity with both hands. He made his Primeira Liga debut and quickly became one of the league's most exciting young prospects. His sharp finishing and clever runs caught the eye of bigger clubs across Europe. It was this impressive form that led to a big move to Spanish giants Atletico Madrid. On paper, it looked like the perfect next step. A young, hard-working forward moving to a team managed by the demanding Diego Simeone seemed like a match made in heaven. However, football is rarely that straightforward. The move to Madrid proved to be a difficult chapter in his career. He never actually played a competitive game for Atletico. Instead, he was immediately sent out on loan, first back to Portugal with FC Porto. While some players might see this as a setback, Jota used it as another chance to learn and develop. A season at Porto gave him valuable experience in a top-tier team and a taste of European competition. Following that, he was loaned out again, this time to a club in the English Second Division, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Little did anyone know, this move would be the one that completely changed the trajectory of his career and set him on a direct path to Anfield. When Diogo Jota arrived at Molineux in 2017, Wolves were an ambitious club in the Championship. They were building a project with a strong Portuguese influence, led by manager Nuno Espírito Santo. Jota was the perfect fit. He immediately became the focal point of their attack, linking up brilliantly with his new teammates. His energy and goal scoring were exactly what they needed. He wasn't just a goal poacher, he was a creator, a tireless presser, and a leader on the pitch. He scored 17 goals in that first season, firing Wolves to the Championship title and securing their promotion back to the Premier League. He wasn't just a lone player anymore, he was their talisman. Wolves rightly made his move permanent, and Jota took to the Premier League like a duck to water. He proved that his skills were more than good enough for the top flight. He formed a deadly partnership with striker Raúl Jiménez, and their combination of clever movement and clinical finishing made Wolves a difficult team to play against. Jota scored the club's first Premier League hat-trick in a thrilling win against Leicester City, cementing his status as a fan favourite. He showed everyone he could handle the physicality and pace of English football. He was no longer just a promising young talent, he was a proven Premier League goal scorer. What made him so effective at Wolves was his versatility and his intelligence. Nuno used him on the left wing, as a second striker, and sometimes through the middle. No matter where he played, he caused problems for the opposition. His low center of gravity made him difficult to knock off the ball, and his ability to shoot with both feet meant defenders could never relax. He wasn't just about scoring goals though. His work rate off the ball was incredible. He would press defenders relentlessly, forcing mistakes high up the pitch. This is a quality that managers, especially top managers, absolutely love to see in their forward players. His consistent performances for Wolves put him on the radar of the biggest clubs in the country. He was scoring important goals, not just in the league, but also in the Europa League, showing he could perform on the European stage. His hat-trick against Espanyol in that competition was another clear signal of his quality. He had developed from a promising youngster into a complete modern forward, capable of influencing games in multiple ways. It was only a matter of time before a club competing for the biggest trophies came knocking, and that club turned out to be Liverpool. His time at Wolves had been the perfect preparation. In September 2020, Liverpool made their move. Many people were surprised when the club spent £41 million on Diogo Jota. At the time, Liverpool's front three of Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, and Mohamed Salah was considered the best in the world. They seemed untouchable. The big question was, where would Jota fit in? Was he just coming in to be a backup player, to provide cover for the famous trio? The fee seemed high for a squad player. But Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool recruitment team saw something special. They saw a player with the perfect mentality and skill set to challenge the established order and push the entire squad to a new level. Jota wasted no time in showing why Liverpool had invested so heavily in him. He hit the ground running, scoring on his home debut against Arsenal. He looked immediately at home in a Liverpool shirt. His direct style of play and his knack for being in the right place at the right time offered something different to what Firmino provided. While Firmino was the master of linking play and creating space for others, Jota was a more direct goal threat, a pure finisher who was obsessed with getting shots away. He provided a new dynamic to the Liverpool attack, and it quickly became clear that he wasn't there to just make up the numbers. One of his most memorable early moments came in the Champions League. He scored a stunning hat-trick away to Atalanta, a performance of pure clinical finishing that announced his arrival on the European stage for Liverpool. It was a masterclass that showed his confidence and his ruthless streak in front of goal. His performance made everyone sit up and take notice. It forced Klopp into a difficult but brilliant selection headache. Suddenly, people were talking about a new front four, not just a front three. Jota's form was so good that he was genuinely competing for a starting spot with some of the best forwards in world football. His playing style is what makes him such a unique and valuable asset. He is what I would call a silent assassin. He's not flashy, he doesn't do 10 step-overs, but he is incredibly effective. He has a sixth sense for where the ball is going to drop in the penalty area. His heading ability is also phenomenal for a player of his height, which shows his timing and his bravery. He is a volume shooter. He is always looking to get a shot off, which is a great mentality for a forward to have. This combination of intelligent movement, two-footed finishing, and relentless work rate makes him the perfect Jurgen Klopp player. Diogo Jota's impact at Liverpool goes far beyond the goals he scores. He represents the smart evolution of the squad. When he arrived, he provided the perfect competition for the front three, ensuring that nobody could get complacent. His presence raised the standards in training every single day. Whenever he is fit, he is a constant threat and a vital part of the team. He has scored crucial goals in big games, winning matches for Liverpool almost single-handedly at times. Think of the number of times he has popped up with the first goal, or a late winner breaking the deadlock when the team was struggling to find a way through. He is a clutch player. His career is a testament to what can be achieved through perseverance. From the lower leagues of Portugal, through loan spells and the challenge of breaking into a new league, he has faced every obstacle head-on. He never complained about his time at Atletico Madrid. He just went out on loan and proved his worth. He used his time at Wolves to become a top-class Premier League forward. Then he came to Liverpool and, instead of being intimidated by the legends around him, he backed himself to succeed. That mental strength is just as important as his technical ability. It's what separates good players from great players. As we look at his journey today, on the 4th of July 2025, Jota has firmly established himself as a key figure at Anfield. He has won trophies with the club and has become a player the manager and the fans can rely on in the biggest moments. His ability to play across the front line gives the team tactical flexibility, which is priceless in modern football. When you need a goal, when you need someone to make that clever run into the box, He is often the man who delivers. His instinct inside the penalty area is second to none. A natural-born finisher who comes alive when a chance presents itself. In summary, Diogo Jota is one of the shrewdest signings Liverpool have made in the modern era. He is the ultimate team player, but with the selfish streak that all great goal scorers need. He is respected by his teammates, feared by his opponents, and loved by the Anfield faithful. He doesn't always get the headlines that other superstars do, but his contribution is immense. He is Liverpool's silent assassin, a player whose intelligence, work rate, and clinical finishing have made him an indispensable part of the club's success story. His journey from an unknown youngster to a Premier League and Champions League star is an inspiration.